What's up? Welcome to today's live stream. It's August the 25th, and I don't really know what I'm gonna work on. Maybe I'll work on what I was working on yesterday. I just know that I needed to get started. That's what I'm doing, right? It's just start the stream, figure out what to do, and hope all goes well. Hope something gets accomplished. But yeah, it's the end of the week. It's a Friday. Well, ish. I work 6 days a week, so 6 days a week now. I went to lunch with someone today with one of my friend's daughters and her friend, her racing partner, and they brought up it would be interesting to like keep like to know what do you call it, like track times, like track records at each track for each car or whatever. And it got me thinking. I said, oh, yeah, we can build that. And I don't know if I'm going to build it, but I'm going to try to convince them that they can probably use ChatGPT to build it. This is a life that I know kind of well. I used to be really into racing, and it is a problem where you go to a specific track. It's not always clear what the track records are for each class of vehicle, or for specific makes and models, or for age or whatever. Figured that would be pretty dope to share for every track on earth, right? That would be pretty cool. There was just a website that you could go to. Maybe there is. So if you're watching this and you're like, hey, well, there is a website you can go to that shows you all of these things, and not just like from professional racing, please share it. But when I was doing stuff, I didn't see it. Even for the karting, because I used to do kart racing too. Never competed, and I should be clear, I never competed in kart racing, but that's another type of racing that I didn't really see any publicly available sources for track times for all of the different kart tracks that I've gone to. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. Let's go ahead and just jump into the screen share where you can see my YouTube stats. I'm currently figuring out what I need to do to get this click-through rate up. So if you're watching this, why did you click on this? Tell me. I need to know. Because if I can capture, just 5% of my impressions, that will get my views up. And, obviously, the more views I get, the more motivation I get to continue doing this. And the more motivation I have to do this, the better quality, and the more types of stuff that I can share with you all. Anyways, we'll get rid of that. That wasn't really meant to be there. It was just there. So it's like, yeah. All right, let me go ahead and close out work. Don't need any of that. Not right now. Oh, and one thing that I might do today, or some that I need to consider, is creating a function that I can call that's going to create these Devlog notes for me based on the template. Oh, excuse me. Right, so you see here that it's not consistent, but I want these to become consistent where I have tasks, I have notes. Eventually I'll want a section for any resources. I guess that's notes, never mind. We'll keep it simple. But instead of me having to do a stream and then come here and then right click and say new document and then figure out what the title of the stream is, which is, I think I made it simple today. It's just Devlog 2023. I figured I'll go ahead and do the, what do you call that thing? I will do the rename after the stream once I figure out what I'm doing. It's kind of challenging for me to title a stream and I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. But here's the template that I want: tasks, and then notes, and then task would just be a checklist of things, right? So I already I think I'm gonna work on this because I see it here. Oh yeah, what's up, Eddie? You can let me know in the chat so it doesn't happen, and so you don't get the notification pop up on my screen. Unless you don't care, then do you? So one of the things that I know that I need to do is I need to split out the auth, so split authentication from API request in the authorized YouTube route. Yo, what's up? Hey. Oh, by the way, Eddie's doing content. If y'all are interested in sales, check him out. You just click on this link, it'll take you there. All right, so we're gonna do authorize. What is this? YouTube. What are you up to, Eddie? Are you just tuning in? Or are you trying to join in? Cause I can open up a Zoom if y'all want. No need to answer now. You know, just asking. All right, yeah. So split out authentication from the API request and authorize endpoint or authorize YouTube endpoint. Guys, we're about to deal with this again. All right, yeah, we're endpoint. Are you working? Oh yeah, same here. Same here. I'm working too. How's the audio sounding? I actually don't know what you hear. I changed my audio settings so that what I hear is my own mix and what y'all hear is its own mix. And the only way that I can monitor the mix that's in the stream is if I go and get headphones, like plug in headphones and plug directly into my Mac Studio. And I'm not about to get up, so there's that. Oh, it's good. All right, perfect. One of the other things that I would like to do is figure out a way to get my, let's put this, so we'll say research ways to get YouTube chat into stream. So for those of you who are watching on Twitch, or maybe if you're watching on YouTube, you may have noticed in the past that I have messages sporadically. It's not like it's that active, but when there are messages from Twitch, they show up in the YouTube stream. However, my messages from YouTube don't show up in the YouTube stream. And I want all of the messages to appear in my stream, no matter where it's from. And that's including when I resume streaming to Twitter, X, or whatever the hell they're calling it these days, and LinkedIn, once they support 1440p. I'm not downgrading back to 1080p. Like, that ship that's going. We're no longer doing that. All right, so we'll say research ways to get YouTube chat into stream. I also want to create, create function to, we'll say implement a function to create new devlog notes in Craft. So at the moment, all of this stuff is going to be tied to the things that I use. But once I get the stuff that I use working well, what I can do is start to abstract things out and make it in such a way where it doesn't matter what platform you use, you just authenticate. And it'll just be more of a, what do I support? I don't know if this is going to be open source yet. We'll see. But maybe, you know, other folks in my little org, in my team, maybe they want to use Notion for some reason. I would support that if it's for people in my team. Maybe there are folks who, I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm just babbling because that's what you do when you don't have a plan, right? You just babble until you come up with one. All right, so we're going to implement a function to create a new devlog notes in Craft. Other thing, I need to delete code. So I learned that there is a query class or query something in Node that does this right here for me. So this was in the last stream, just FYI. So what I'm going to do is refactor to use native. I'll say this, refactor the thing that I care about, which is get query params. And in fact, this isn't a refactor, this is a remove. Remove get query params in favor of native thing. Of native node functionality. We'll just call it function. What else? Wait. In favor. Oh, this should be in favor of native node module, I guess. And I think the node module is called, actually, I don't know, maybe I may have to revisit the last stream to figure out what it's called. Or maybe I'll put it in my notes like a smart person. Oh, that's the other thing that maybe, all right, okay, all right. So one thing that would be nice is to carry forward my notes from the previous stream. So let's see, carry forward notes from previous stream in separate section and pass last stream section. So we'll do that right there. Just bold that a little bit. And last stream section. I don't know if that's how you spell it is. All right, so we're going to carry forward the notes from the previous stream in the last stream section, or in a section titled last stream. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, and then I also want to carry forward. Why is there a hyphen? That's not a hyphenated word. So we're going to say carry forward incomplete task from previous stream. Yo, what's up? Oh, Russell, wait, hold on. Russell, wait a minute. Give me a second. We'll move this to here. Craft is like Notion. I think the whole idea behind Obsidian is more of a knowledge, like one of those knowledge repositories. Craft is, this is opinion, this is my opinion, but I feel this way. I think that it is you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. What's up? How you doing? I was like, wait, hold on. Is this, wait, Russell from our RC group? That Russell? I know a lot of Russells. That's why I'm curious. I know like 4 Russells, but it says Smith here, and I don't know if I ever know you or not. Nice. You use Obsidian. Here, let me send it. I think it's craft.do, D-O. Let's see, craft.do. Oh, okay. I didn't know your last name. My bad. I'll share this at risk of getting another YouTube community strike. Apparently, when I share a link, they're like, you're scamming people. I'm just like, okay, sure. So hopefully this doesn't get me banned. If it does, maybe, I don't know, maybe you can help me rectify it. Be like, yo, like he was literally just sharing a link to a website, as one does on the internet. Yeah, man, you do. I have an idea if you're up for it. If you ever want to join me on my stream, you know, just chat or whatever. I don't know. You're welcome to join. I've had Pratik on a few times. I think he's going to join tomorrow. So, you know, you're always you're always welcome to join me. In my mind, it's more the merrier, right? You know, we get different perspectives. People get to learn about different things. You know, a lot of folks think that this whole tech thing is all just typing code. I was actually, I was saying earlier when I started to stream that I went to lunch with my friend's daughter and her friend, her racing partner. And she thought that like what I did was just write code. I was like, to be honest, even when my job was a lot of code writing, like that was maybe at most 50% of what I did. It wasn't really like, that was the main thing I did. And I was trying to communicate that my role was really to solve problems. And that was, you know, it's bigger than just, oh, here, write some code, because typically writing code is what you do after you've solved the problem, which I wish more people knew, but it's kind of hard to do that. All right, well, cool. I don't know why I don't have your number, but I don't know. We'll figure out how to, I can reach you. We'll get something set up. I have a few guests coming up soon, which should be fun. In fact, I mean, if you're free tomorrow, that may be a good time. This other person is in Las Vegas as well. So it could be an opportunity for you to meet somebody, you know, on a live stream, talking to your buddy in Houston, and then you get to meet a person who lives in Vegas, and y'all go do whatever people do in Vegas, which I assume is just go outside and be hot. Try not to die in the desert. I'm gonna come out to Vegas one day. I need to get out of Houston for like a day or two. I've been here for too long. I ended up canceling my trip to Athens because I saw the weather. It was 104 degrees. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. And then I canceled my trip to Mexico City because I got sick a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if you could tell, I'm still recovering. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to chill at home. Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, I'll ask if everybody's cool. So far, Pratik, I think he said he's going to join. I think Chris is going to join, and if you're down to join, then hell, it's going to be 4 of us. And yeah, I don't know, just see what happens. Maybe we can. Hopefully, we won't code. Like that's. Hopefully, there will be no coding. But if there's nothing to talk about, we can devolve into coding some bullshit. If you really, we can write a few loops, infinite loops. Oh, by the way, here, I want to show what he helped me create last time. I'm actually really happy about this because I'm not really a person that's good at planning or visualizing shit. And he helped me with this little Slack bot. That's what I'm building right now, by the way, is I'm trying to make doing these streams easier because it's very tedious. And yeah. So right now I have Ecamm. That's what I use for all of my streaming. That's the thing that we use on RC as well. Like that's, yeah, anyway, I use Ecamm and it creates my stream on YouTube and Twitch as well as other platforms. And at the moment, well, at least I told my team or people in my Slack channel rather, that every time I do a stream, I would share the link. At least one of them is here in the channel, in the chat right now. And I'm pretty sure he'll tell you that has not been happening. So the goal is to automate it so that they can't talk shit and be like, oh yeah, Will's not doing what he said he was going to do. That's really it, right? But there's more than that. I also want to be able to like more easily edit these streams after they go up. And what I mean by that is like the description, the title, the tags, as well as creating the social post on Twitter, as well as LinkedIn and wherever else, maybe Threads, as well as doing the actual scheduling of the post, as well as mentioning or linking to the other people who may be who may have joined me in the stream. And some of the other things that are it's nice to have, but I am going to do it because if I continue to grow on YouTube, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more spotlight on me. So I need to make sure that I include the credits for the music, even though I have licenses to it. I don't have like, the name, the song title, as well as when it appears in the time step of when it appears in the stream. I want to be able to get that in there. I also want to be able to do show notes. There's a lot of things. And yeah, I kind of just jumped into it like everything. I didn't really plan anything. And then in order to explain it to Pratik in my non-hand wavy thing, we sat down for like an hour and worked through this. So yeah. Excuse me. Take the audio, transcribe. So actually, wait, are you seeing it? Oh, actually, maybe that's what you're reading. I was about to say that's actually what I'm going to do. So part of my workflow now is with Ecamm, because I have the ability to split out my audio channels as well as my video from my screen. What I'm able to do is after I finish the stream, I want to eventually build a workflow where I drag it into my folder on my NAS, and then there's a little watcher there, or daemon, that will notice when I add something, and it'll just take whatever's there and do the processing, send it to the right things, call the right services, and produce things. And then hopefully I get a message in my Slack bot. My Slack bot sends me a message, and it gives me like the description that it's planning to do, the title that it's planning to do, all the social posts that it wants to do. And hopefully within that description, it includes the show notes, which would be based off of like this right here. Like, what did I actually get accomplished? My notes hopefully there would be stuff with notes that maybe I would share. There's a lot of things. And then there's also notifications, which I didn't have in here. And the thinking behind that is I can use OneSignal, which is a company I work for, to basically allow people to subscribe, well, not subscribe, but to be able to get notifications on certain types of content. So all of these streams are just called Devlog, and that's because I'm lazy. But I'm starting to add structure in the titles. So maybe people are only interested in me coding for some reason. Well, then they can say, all right, go to my little website or app or whatever and say, hey, notify me when this person posts new VODs of him coding. And it'll do that. Like, they'll get a notification on their device. So that's another thing that, like, you know, I'm thinking of doing. And a lot of this is part of like owning my audience. And that's not, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a way where I'm not using these third-party services that basically, you know, they have all of the data that is useful to me, and I have to pay them a monthly fee to access it. I'd rather have that myself and not give them the ability to monetize on the folks who are interested in what I'm doing. And who knows, maybe this can turn into its own little thing, you know, where, you know, it may be useful to more than just me. But the only way to get to that point is to first get through where I'm at now, which is I got my OAuth done. Unfortunately, YouTube's API is a challenge to use. They don't support webhooks, so now I'm forced to build this jank infrastructure in order to handle the fact that I'm going to have to poll, and I don't like it. But you're going to start to see that, I guess. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Feel free to you know, just hang out and vibe. If you got questions, let me know. And yeah, I guess let me get back to these notes before I forget what I was going to do. All right, so we'll say research. This isn't. I'm just going to say add feature to allow people to be notified when I post content. And then we can say categorize by type. Maybe I can have like a weekly digest or something. Maybe I can do like a newsletter. ChatGPT, of course. I don't want to do anything. The whole point of this is so I don't want to do anything. And I'm supposed to be using ChatGPT to build this, but that hasn't been going successfully yet. I've been doing too much work myself, unfortunately. Whisper is good for trend. Yeah, exactly. Yes. I think that's what I had in here. Auto-generated. Oh, no, it doesn't say that. But yeah, the plan was to use Whisper. And I can actually do that I can do that on device, to be honest. But I think I'm just going to send it up to, you know, to whoever they are and let them do it. And the reason why I want that is because I also want to generate subtitles. And if I generate subtitles, maybe I can get different languages. I don't know if I shared this, but I studied Chinese, and I think it would be pretty dope if I can deliver the shit talk that I'm doing in Chinese too. I don't know how that would work, right? But who knows? Maybe ChatGPT can figure out how that's going to work. I guess that wouldn't be ChatGPT, would it? That would just be GPT. But yeah, you're right. Like I'm planning on using Whisper in order to do that. Yeah. And right here, this webhooks is wrong. That doesn't exist because we learned in the last few streams that YouTube is, yeah. Apparently implementing webhooks is too hard for one of the world's most valuable companies that supposedly hires the best engineers on earth. That's what I've learned so far. Okay, we'll go ahead and delete that, and let's come to the little service here. It's don't justice, right? This is written live on stream. And then I discovered after the fact that there's literally a native module that I could have used. So I didn't even have to write my own get query params function. So I want to delete it because I hate having code that I don't need to maintain. And for those of you who were on the last stream, just note that I did commit after I got off the stream. So I didn't show that, but I will show it now in the histories, right? So we have, well, there's actually all of these, right? 21 hours ago, right? So we'll make it a little bit bigger. So I ignored some files, those research files, basically the research directory that I was in. I probably should update this so that it's just research, so I don't have to keep adding files, and I'll do that later. That's not that important. Obviously the route that changed, and then yeah, I remember we had this where I had to conditionally change the redirect URL based off of the environment that I'm running in. And the next one is here. So this is the new route that I added, and this is all of the useless code that I wrote. And I say useless because it's literally useless. There's a function that does this for me, and I didn't have to do that. Okay, so yeah, that's, hopefully we're caught up at what's been going on, where we are. And yeah, let's do some things. Nah, I gotta look at my notes from the last stream to see if I left notes. Implement, oh, okay, I did that. Get the, okay. Figure out how to get client credits for, oh, yeah, I did that too. So we're done. Google return refresh token, list of YouTube data API scopes. Okay, so there's not really any useful notes for this. All right, so let's do some cleanup, or let's explore some cleanup. I remember Googling query. When I say Googling, I mean this. I remember doing this. And there is a query string, this thing right here, where I can give it a thing. Oh wait, I am using it. I'm using QS. Okay. You know what? Maybe I am using it. No, you know what? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this. Although what I'm thinking I could do is I can make this generic eventually. I'm not going to do it now, but I can make that generic because I am going to need to do the same thing for the other providers, like Discord. If I decide to support that, I may need to do the same thing for whatever this Craft. I may need to do the same thing for Craft as well. All right, and now the things that really need to happen is I need to split this out from the auth. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to say, we're going to create a new thing. We'll create a new file. This is going to be, I don't know, get broadcast, get YouTube broadcast. How about that? Or YouTube broadcasts. Broadcasts. And we're going to create a route.ts. All right. And I'm going to do a copy and paste job, and then I'm just going to delete all of the shit I just copied and pasted. So I don't need any of this. Query params, yeah, don't really need that. Yeah, don't need any of that. I don't need this token thing right here, or maybe I do need it, but I'm going to pretend like I don't for now. All right, and now we have my thingamajig right here. And instead of stringifying items and then doing a.items, I'm just going to do this right here. We're just going to pass in our thing like so, our objects. All right, and maybe we'll give this a better name. So we'll call this our response. Maybe that's a terrible name. I don't like that name. We're not going to use response. What's a good name for this? YouTube API response? Sure, we'll call it API response. Okay. And then we have the status. Okay, I have one thing that I'm going to do. I hate these status codes like this, so we're going to add a new package. We're going to add the HTTP status codes. Status codes to rid our lives selves of magic numbers. I hate magic numbers. All right, so yeah, we're going to do that. Then we go ahead and save this. We'll come back to here and let's delete this. And the response that I want to do is if the credentials, so let's see what's in this tokens. Okay, so what I'm going to say is if I get the access token, I want to return a 200. And then maybe I return the expiry date. I don't know, just put that in there. For now, I'm just going to return the tokens as is. Like that. Okay. So now we can remove this and we can come and do our organized imports like so. So get rid of that. Here, I don't think I don't even need to request, so we'll underscore that. All right, cool. So we've now done one of the things that I said I wanted to do, which is split authentication from API requests. So we're done. All right, look at that. Look at that, already done. Now let's go on to NPM. We're going to search for ACP status codes. Wait, is it this one? Wait, ACP status emojis. What the hell? Oh wait, I might need this in my life. What is this? Status emojis. Fuck, nah, that's silly. Fuck, what did I just do? Yeah, that's silly. I'm not gonna do that one. Let's open this one. No, I think it's this one. Is it this one? Require ACP status code. ACP status code, get message 200. I don't know if this is the one that I'm used to using. I may have to go and refer back to one of my old projects to see. Oh wait, last publish. That's fine. Status codes haven't changed. They haven't changed that much in the past. But let's confirm that this other one, HTTP status. There was the other one, status. The interact. Let's confirm that this isn't the one that I am thinking of. I think this is the one I'm thinking of. Require HTTP status. Yes, this is the one that I'm used to using. Yeah, all right, this is the one that I'm used to using. So we're going to add this to the project, which is called, what is this called? Is it just, yeah, HTTP status, okay. All right, so we're gonna add that. If I can type, maybe I'll add it. Man, I still can't type, status. All right, so now we get status codes, and I'm going to do a little bit of a refactor. Anywhere where I have these status codes like they are now, I'm going to change it to the status code thing. So we'll import something, I don't know, A from status code, ACP status code, A, or whatever that is. All right, so what do I import here? Is this a, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call this HTTP. I don't like this name. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna call it status code. Status code. All right, and then here we're gonna do status code.ok. Make sure that this is a number. Yes, it is. Now we're gonna do here status code dot server error or error or something like that, internal error, which should be a 500. All right, look at that. Isn't that so much nicer? No more magic strings. Now people, whoever are watching this, they won't be like, oh, what's 500? What's a 403? What's a 407? What's a 304? Some of you know, some of you will get that joke. Don't repeat it though. All right, next one is we're gonna come here and we're gonna do our status code thing here. I gotta import it. I'm not gonna type it again, so I'll just do that little thing here and we'll pop it up. All right. Move my types down to there. Okay, so we're gonna do our status code. Okay. And this is gonna be, I guess, status code 500. I don't really know if these are supposed to be 500, but that's what we're gonna do. What is this thing called? Server error. This is a little different. I remember there was a time when I wouldn't see the numbers. So now I gotta figure out what's going on. I'm using this wrong, apparently. API structured as follows. Classes, extra. Okay. So we're gonna get the status code, status 500. Okay. Example using classes. Maybe this isn't the one that I'm used to using, because this feels different. Like, as I'm using this doesn't feel like what I'm used to doing. So I'm now wondering if it's this one right here. Let's see how this is. Okay, okay. There's not any code samples. So maybe this isn't it. Okay, well, whatever. I'll accept where we are. It's good enough, I suppose. Let's go ahead and deal with this. Oh, and we need to rename this. This is no longer called content uploaded. This is going to be, I guess, authorized YouTube, and then this is going to be, okay. So this authorized YouTube and this content uploaded, these are both technically authorized. Like, it's part of the OAuth for YouTube. One of them has to be called first. And now I'm wondering if it's worth my time to combine these, and instead of having two endpoints, what I do is, if you post, if you post, then it's going to do one thing, and if you get, it's going to do another thing. The only issue is that I'm not sure if I have control over how my HTTP function gets called. All right, so now, yeah, I need to, okay. So this, first of all, this isn't authorized use to, this is authenticate. So we'll say, I don't know, we'll just say begin YouTube, I don't know, authenticate YouTube, begin or start. We'll call it start YouTube auth. How about that? Is that good enough? No. And then we'll call this complete, I don't know, complete YouTube auth. All right. Sure. Oh, that's what it was asking me. It was asking if I wanted to. Wait, what the fuck? The hell is this? What the fuck? Why is it showing me the compiled code? I don't give a shit. Like, don't ever show me that. I never want to see that in my life. Okay, so we're going to get our auth URL. We're going to try to do whatever this is. Actually, no, this isn't a try. What the hell? We don't need to try this. This will never fail. I don't think it will. This is the issue with JavaScript. It's hard to know if this will ever fail. So what I'm going to do is just assume that it won't fail, which is the worst thing that you can do. But hey, it's what we're going to do. And instead of doing go authorize, we're just going to return the authorization URL. So we'll just say auth URL like that. And we're not doing the status thing right here. Remember, we're gonna use that new class or whatever it is that we just did. This, we're gonna do that. So this is gonna be status code dot. I don't like this. It keeps showing me these numbers, and I don't want to see these numbers. It's just confusing. Internal server error. Wait, no, this is just okay. What the hell am I doing? Okay. All right, cool. So we're done with that. We can close that out. Okay, now I need to go and update my redirect because the redirect is going to be wrong now. And I need to make sure that I don't ever want this to, I don't want to see this. I don't want Visual Studio to be searching that. I'll deal with that later though. Let's go into my common. So we have Slack. All right, we're good. YouTube. This is what I need to change right here. All right, so my authorized YouTube, that is now incorrect. This is going to be called start YouTube auth. Wait, no, I'm sorry. It's not. It's going to be complete YouTube auth. Complete YouTube auth. All right, cool. So that's going to be the thing. And I'm going to now have to go to the Google Cloud something majig and update the allowed URLs or domains or something like that. And yeah, so the flow is now going to, let's open up paw. Oh, what the fuck? New manager SS key. Yeah, sure. I don't know if I'm going to put my SSH keys in there right now. Okay, here we are. I think it's probably a good time to go ahead and save this as a new project. I'm going to save it locally for now. Let's throw it in code. Where code and colors, YouTube, whatever this is. And yo, what's up? The Tony Kano. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just doing a little bit of figuring out things. That's literally what this is, right? I literally figure out what I'm going to do when I'm doing it, as it should be. So I really can't answer like what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, I do know what I'm doing. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go let up the blinds. The sun's going down and I like to see the sunsets. So give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, back. We got these beautiful colors going on outside. Beautiful colors on my screen that matches what's going on outside. By the way, if you are let me switch to my screen. If you're a Mac user, I have a recommendation. If you're into like sunset colors or just like, anyway, let's call it. So if you come into your, change wallpaper, right? And I know you don't see the right click, but you'll see it pop up here, right? So what you'll notice is that, let me make this bigger. Man, you know what? Who else hates this new Mac, like, what do you call this thing? The system settings. Like, I fucking hate what they've done. They've made it like an iPhone, which is, I'm not gonna use the word I want to use, but I fucking hate this. And it's not just me being an old person. Like, I just hate it. Like, who asked for this change? Whoever the product manager is should be fired. They should lose their job and their income and their house. It's like, who asked for this? Anyway, this right here, if you select this option, what it will do is change according to the time of the day. It's the solar gradients one. It's pretty dope. So you'll see that I'm using that across all of my monitors. Oh, actually, no, I just now realized that you don't see it. So I've just wasted your time. You just play with it on your own computer. I'm not gonna. Unfortunately, I forgot that you all can't see my actual desktop. Anyway, sorry for wasting your time. Welcome to the stream. That's what I do here. I mostly rant and I guess waste people's time. All right, so let's go on ahead and save the thing. I think that's what I was doing before I distracted myself with raising my blinds up. All right, so we're gonna put this here. Yeah, we'll just save it in the top level directory. So this is going to be our, what do we call this? HTTP test? I don't know. And I need to make sure that I ignore this. I don't want to, oh, come on, go away. God damn it. If any of you knows how to like prevent Spotlight from suggesting certain options, I'm all ears because I freaking hate it. It's like, it always shows me the things that I'm least likely to click on. Maybe that was the product manager's decision. They're like, you know what? We want Mac OS users to use the apps that they don't normally use. So how about instead of prioritizing based off of the thing that you use the most, we do the exact opposite just to piss people off. That's probably what they were thinking over at Apple. No, I've noticed that the more valuable a company is, the shittier their products seem to be. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Yeah. So I bought a Pro XDR first. Well, no, that's a lie. I bought the LG Ultrafine first in 2017. I bought two of them. And then The Pro XDR came out and I waited like 2 or 3 years because I was like, oh, maybe they'll do one with a higher refresh rate. And then after I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Apple never does anything. Like, people call them an innovative company, but I don't know. I was just like, you know what? Instead of waiting, I'll be fucking 40 by the time they release 120 hertz refresh rate Pro XDR. So I was like, I'll just buy it now. And then when I bought this, I sold my other LG Ultrafine to my mentee, and with the thinking that I was going to get this Mac Studio. I got the Mac Studio. I don't like the Mac Studio, but it's not because the display is not good. It's very similar to my LG Ultrafine. It is built better, right? Like it's a glass display. It's metal and not this plastic piece of crap that the LG Ultrafine is. What do you call this thing? What do you call those? The camera is much better, although it's trash compared to the camera that I'm using, obviously. Oh, that reminds me. I think I need to, let's do this. Yeah, I needed to increase my exposure. Yeah, so the speakers are okay. I don't use this. I have actual speakers and I also have good headphones and other good headphones. It is pretty dope in the fact that if I want to stream content from my iPad or any of my iPhones or from my laptop, I can AirPlay stuff to this, even if my computer's off. That part's kind of dope, to be honest. So if I wanted to take a Zoom call or whatever, I can do it here. And it has that what do you call the thing? Like when you move around, it'll follow you in the frame. It has that built in. I don't use it, but it's there. So if I had to rate them, and I've rated this before, like the Pro XDR, hands down, the Pro XDR. After that, the Mac Studio. The Mac Studio display, the Studio display. The thing that I hate the most about it is that you cannot remove the power plug like every other monitor on my desk. They regress there. But you know, that's Apple's innovation. They love to innovate like that, right? You know, they have the courage to like ship a product with a non-detachable power cord, even though we've been doing that on monitors since I was a kid. The other thing that I don't like about this is you can't mount a VESA mount. So let's say you get with the, what do you call this? The stand, the base. Well, in the future, if you're like, you know what? I want to put this on a monitor arm, you can't. So I know why they did it. It's because they're fucking trash, right? They want you to just go and buy a new one. Obviously, they care so much about the environment that they build these products that force you to buy a new one instead of being able to just continue to use it. So while the monitor itself is okay, it's slightly better. You know, it's got 100 more nits of brightness. And that's it, I guess. It's literally the same panel as in my LG Ultrafine. So yeah, I still rate it above the LG. Now, if you want to go value, I would say get the LG Ultrafine. You get the removable, whatever the thing is. You still get a 1080p monitor or camera. You still get speakers, even though they're trash. It's just built like crap. But if you don't care, then you know it's a better value. Well, I saw that you can remove it, but I don't know if you can re-add it, right? Right. Sure, you can remove it, but can you then add it back? That's the $1,500 question, right? Like once you remove it, do you now have to go to Apple and make an appointment with their Genius Bar? And yes, I'm salty because they refused to hire me when I applied. They were like, oh yeah, like obviously you don't know what you're doing, even though you've been a Mac user since you were freaking 5. Or technically 7, not 5. I'm lying. I was 7. Like, even though like you know more about the OS than any of the people who work in our store, we can't hire you because, like, I don't know, maybe I was too smart. That's what I tell myself to sleep at night, at least. You have 2 to 3 of the older 27-inch Thunderbolt ones I don't really use, but they at least can be VESA. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, at least this could be VESA mounted, and I love that. I like some as they still have Ethernet, but yeah, only. So wait, you have the 2560. Oh, you have the Thunderbolt 2 ones, right? Let me put this on the thing so no one can actually see this. So I'm curious, are you talking about the Thunderbolt 2 ones, the last Apple monitor that they did before they went to this LG Ultrafine crap? Because if we're going to be honest, I would actually rate that one over the LG Ultrafine if it had, you know, the same resolution. Like when they released this, I was so upset. I was just like, how can Apple do this? It's like, you know, first they got rid of the Mac Pro and gave us that trash can bullshit. And then to add insult to injury, they're like, you know what? Instead of, you know, continuing to make monitors that are beautiful, that match, you know, the aesthetic of all of our other products, let's sell this third-party trash to our users for the same extra price as as our previous monitor, and like let's not give them anything more. Like, the reason why this is VESA mounted, and it's been VESA mounted for a long time, is when I got it on the stand, it wobbles and it feels cheap. It's like, you know, you'll touch it, it creaks and cracks and all that kind of crap. All that anyway. I actually do hate this LG Ultrafine. I'm not even gonna lie, but I don't hate it enough to go and purchase another Pro XDR display. And I also don't hate it enough to go purchase another studio display, especially one where I can't remove the thing and then put it back in, or one that's only a 60 hertz refresh rate. It's like, come on, Apple, like, come on. And it's like, it's not even a LED, like a micro LED back panel. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing over at Apple. Maybe they got too much money and they don't know what to do with it. So maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day Apple will become an innovative company again, but that's unlikely. I've noticed that ever since Steve Jobs died and Tim Cook has taken over, like, sure, it's become a more valuable company, but it's lost a lot of its appeal. And really the biggest reason why I stick with it is because, like, I mean, I grew up with a Mac, and, you know, all of the tools and software that I use are like, I need a Mac to do it. So yeah, they kind of got me by the balls, but, you know, maybe, you know, if they keep going this direction of making trying to turn my computer into my iPhone, which I hate. I have an iPhone, but I hate the iPhone. If they keep doing that, maybe I'll have no choice but to, you know, go and waste my life managing a Linux system, which, oh my gosh, yeah. My opinions of people who are like, I use Linux. It's like, yeah, your time just isn't that valuable, buddy. That's why. It's like, if you think managing your system is valuable, it's like, man, like, I hate to tell you, but like, you're not doing that in life. Yeah, man, I need that 120 hertz, man. I need it. Like, I didn't know I needed it. Well, actually I did, but like, now that my laptop over there, which you don't see, but I have the M1 Max 16-inch MacBook Pro. The Pro, I think they call it like Pro something. ProRes? No, it's not ProRes. That's their codec. ProMotion. Yeah, but ProMotion. My iPad has had it for a while. When they first introduced it on the iPad, I had that, and my iPhone has it. So now when I'm working on here, like, when I do this, you won't be able to see this because I'm only streaming in 30p for aesthetic reasons, actually. You don't see that. It's like, it's kind of sluggish. It makes it seem like I'm on a piece of crap computer. Like, I'm on an M1 Ultra, but it feels slower than my M1 Max. And I know it's not technically slower, even though I'm pushing more pixels, but it feels slower because, you know, the animation is at 60 hertz, and I've gotten used to looking at everything at 120, like literally everything. Yeah, ProMotion. Like, my TV is 120, my iPad is 120, this iPhone is 120. I still do have a 60 hertz iPhone here, and then the laptop is, of course, 120. Hell, even my camera shoots 4K 120. So it's just like, I need 120 with everything. And initially I was like, you know what, maybe they don't have a monitor that does it because the Thunderbolt 3/Thunderbolt 4 doesn't have the bandwidth required for it. But I don't know anymore. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. But yeah, hopefully this next Pro XDR, if they do it, you know, Apple doesn't have a great track record of updating their monitors. You know, they do it like once every 10 years, seems like. But maybe they'll upgrade the Pro XDR. Even if they keep it at 6K, I'm happy with 6K. I don't need more than that. Unless they make it a 34-inch. If they make it a 34-inch, whatever K, instant buy if it has ProMotion. Even if it doesn't, I will instant buy it if it's 34 inches. Like, 32 inches is nice, but like 34 inches would be even better. And what would likely happen is I would probably sell this other one to my mentee at the price that I told her I would give it to him once I got my third monitor that I'm going to keep for the next 5 to 10 years. All right. Before I move forward, I need to go to come on, go to crafts. I need to go to my notes to find, I think it's here, developers, Google.com, YouTube v3 lock. No, that's not it. Shit. Is it here? Nope. Is it here? Oh, look at that. See? Wait, no, this isn't it either. Never mind. Nope. Shit. Okay, all right, fine. I don't even have, oh wait, no, maybe this is it. Implement OAuth flow. Here we are. Yeah, I need to go here. So I need to come into whatever this is and change this from authorize YouTube. Wait, why is this authorize YouTube like that? That's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. This isn't going to be authorized YouTube. I think this is going to be complete YouTube auth. Complete YouTube auth. And we're going to do the same thing here. Complete YouTube auth. Save that. Okay. Now we should be good to go. Wait, why did that go full screen? Gonna go back to my notes for today. All right, implement function, remove good parameter. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. We don't need to do that right now. Wait, man, you know what? I hate these tools that like pretend to be markdown, but when you do something that's markdown, it doesn't work. My gosh, it's so annoying. Oh, I did this. All right, we're done. Look at that. Okay, so then let's update this. So we're no longer going to do content uploaded. We're now going to do start. Is that what it's called? Start YouTube auth. YouTube auth. And then we're going to come here, and this is going to be complete. Yeah, complete YouTube auth. And it's two different endpoints because it's easier. Like I don't have to think or do work. Obviously I can make it one endpoint and then conditionally do one thing or the other, but I'm gonna do what we're doing. This is good enough for me. All right, so now this is, we should probably rename this to be get YouTube auth, or I don't know. Yeah, get YouTube auth. I will never actually call the complete YouTube auth, to be honest. That will be called for me. But I'm going to keep it in here anyway. So we'll say get YouTube auth, or authenticate with YouTube. Kate with YouTube. And then this is going to be, I don't know, complete YouTube auth flow. To auth flow. And then we'll just put in here, this is called by the server and shouldn't be called directly. All right, look at that. All right, cool. So now we're gonna test this to make sure all this is working. So we'll get the server up and running. Okay, look at that. By the way, I'm curious, what do you want to talk about tomorrow? Do you have anything on your mind? Maybe we can somewhat plan, and maybe I'll have a plan for once in my life of what I'm gonna do. If not, I'm happy to just like let it ride and just see what happens. I guess I don't like the food, was it? Okay, where is, okay. Okay, all right, so then let's do this, start YouTube auth. All right, it's gonna do the compile, perfect. Now we get that, let's open, what the fuck? Temporary, what, I can't even talk. temporarily, I can't talk right now. It's temporarily moved. Go away. JSON text. The hell? I don't buy that. Like, what do you mean I'm not trying to, don't, let me just copy you. How about that? That's all I want to do. I just want to copy you. I don't actually want you to do anything. And Watch, that's actually the error though. Like, oh no, okay. So it wouldn't follow the redirect, I think. So maybe I need to come into options. Let's make sure that we follow redirects. Redirect authorization. I don't know if I want to redirect authorization. So let's stop that and then let's click it and see if it'll do it. No, it doesn't. It didn't do it. But this should be web, I think. Yeah, here we are. Perfect. So it's working. It just wants me to log in again, and that's too much effort. So I'm not going to do it. We're not logging in again. That's too much effort. All right, let's not follow redirects, and let's make this JSON text, and we'll just copy it. All right. I don't want to do that because then I'm gonna have to log in, and like, I don't know if I'm gonna have to keep logging in. I already hate doing this flow. We're going to select the right YouTube account. We're going to wait. Look at that. I get my access token. All right, look at that. So this access token happened because it redirected to the complete YouTube auth. So that worked, right? So it did the complete YouTube auth, and then here we get the token, and that just writes it to the screen. That's all I'm doing for right now. And obviously I wouldn't actually write this to the screen, but it's a really easy way for me to test that this is actually working. I got to name a product. Okay. Well, all right. Maybe we can come up with a name. Is it the one you've been talking about? The service? Actually, people don't know what we're talking about. We'll talk about it tomorrow if you want to. Maybe we can use ChatGPT. Be like, hey, name this. Come up with, give us some names. You know, see what happens. All right, let's go into my notes to see what have I done. Add implement function to create new dev. Nope. Research ways to get. Okay. All right. So now that I've done this, now I need to test to see if I can make an authenticated request. So what I'm going to do is come out of options here, and we're just going to duplicate this, and we're going to say this is going to retrieve YouTube broadcast. We'll say get YouTube broadcast. So the goal here is to see if like this is stored in memory and like I can just reuse it without having to go through this offload again and then pass in a token. That's the goal. We'll see if that works though. All right, so we're gonna do that. And now this is not gonna be complete YouTube auth. This is gonna be called YouTube broadcast. YouTube broadcasts. Sure, let's see what happens. Oh, I get. Okay, sure. Okay. Waiting for disconnect broadcast route client. But debugger waiting for debug. Okay. Did I even? Oh gosh. Wait. Body error. Interesting. I would have expected to get an error here, like an actual message. But, you know, maybe that's asking for too much, you know, sometimes I wonder if I'm just asking for too many things. No, I'm not. No, it's definitely here. So let's watch that error. We'll put it here. Error, no access, refresh to, oh, fuck. Okay. So no, it doesn't remember it. All right. Got to run. Hit me up in the stream. Have fun. All right, man. I will. Oh, tax up. Okay. Yeah. I will. Yeah, I'll try and get in touch with you tomorrow. Or you can email me. But anyway, yeah, have fun, man, and appreciate the conversation. Happy you joined. It was fun. All right, so we have our error no access refresh token, and I think we know that this is going to be an error. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this as an error. Like the JavaScript error. We're in TypeScript, so like types are a thing here, and then we'll do that message. All right, so now instead of getting an empty ass body, oops, let's get rid of that. Go and refresh. Now I'll get like what's actually happening. So it's saying that I don't have an access token. Okay. I think this is where I need to figure out how to get this client that's already been like authenticated, right? So it's complaining about this Google Auth client right here. And I wonder if like I had to create a new one every time. I don't know. All right, so I guess this is where I go back into those docs that we were looking at last time and see if there's, oh wait, no, these are the wrong docs. Let's go back to crafts. Oh, no refresh token. Cool developers, identify protocol. Maybe this is it. Nope, that's not it. Maybe this is it. Yep, this is it. Okay, so we're gonna, so we do pass the OAuth client. I wonder if it's creating a new instance of this OAuth client every single time, even though I'm calling this set credentials. At least I think I'm doing that. Did I not do that? Oh, let's make this a little bit smaller. I thought I was doing that, to be honest. We'll move this to over here. Let me do some window management. This is starting to confuse me. So we'll add all of this. We'll just move this to there. We'll move this to here. All right. Oops. All right. Oh shit. Oh fuck. My bad. Let's copy the video. All right, so yeah, we're gonna close that. We don't really need that anymore. Maybe I did need it and I just closed it, and I'm gonna have to go back. Yeah, I did. So I'm definitely setting these credentials. They're set. So the question now is it newing up a new OAuth client every time? And if it is, then that tells me that I definitely need to store these credentials somewhere. Now, man, so here's the thing. I'm trying to do everything without having to like add additional infrastructure. But if I had to add new infrastructure, then this is going to be a little bit more complicated. We can get that done in the next hour or so, I guess. But yeah, it's like, do I even want to do that? Oh, and another thing, this is no longer Google OAuth client. I've just realized that this is just Google OAuth 2. So we're going to rename that Google OAuth 2, like so. All right. And hopefully it renamed that wherever else it's being used, if it's being used somewhere else. So now that we have this Google OAuth 2 set credentials, let's first do this. We're going to wait, tokens. Yeah, we're going to see if we can get tokens another way without passing the code, right? So maybe I can get this another way. API key. We can't use API key, unfortunately. Credentials. Is this a property or is this a function? Okay, it's a property. And credentials is what? Oh, it's just the things. Okay, all right. So I wonder if I can set credentials and and give it the things that it should be. Or yeah, let's see. Can I do this? Oh, look at that. I can do that. Okay. So I can do that. Now I wonder if I can set credentials. Yes, I can. Look at that. Ooh, man. See that over here making gains, making wins. All right, so let's see if yeah, we're gonna put this access token. So we'll do that. Maybe I'll pull this out into a tool that allows me to easily parse this. And we'll get rid of that path right there. Oh, I guess we do want the path, so we'll do dot path. Oops, not dot path, I'm tripping. Dot body. Dot access token. Like so. Sure, whatever, fuck it. I'll just copy it, it's fine. We're going to go to here. Oh, yeah, that looks right. It's good enough. And I'm doing it in this file, but I'm going to change it into the file that it probably should be in. So we'll just add it like so. And then we'll do our ID token, which is, wait, is there not an ID token? Is that an optional thing maybe? I'll put the refresh token. How about, You know what's happening? I know what's happening. I am going to make my life just a little bit easier for once, just for once. I'm going to go into, wait, YouTube. Wherever I complete this route right here, am I already in it? I'm already in it, man, I'm dumb. Okay. So instead of doing this JSON stringify tokens, this is already JSON. That's what the issue is. I'm stringifying. Yeah. All right. So let's do this. I'm gonna delete that, and I'm gonna rerun this offload. And we don't really need this to be that big. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay. We'll center that. Okay. So we'll go back into paw. Oh, what? Oh, they renamed it Rapid API. I fucking hate them, man. Paul used to be like my favorite ACP client until Rapid API bought him. All right. So we're gonna authenticate with the thing again. I wish that this would open in my browser. Maybe there's a way to do that, and I just haven't figured it out yet. So we're gonna refresh or redo the offload, I guess. And we'll do the YouTube. Okay, so now I get back just regular JSON. Hopefully, I think this is regular JSON. And we'll do that. Yeah, look at that. That was the issue. It wasn't as JSON, so we're good now. So I'm going to take the access token, which is this. Actually, I'm gonna just copy all of this. I'm over here wasting my time. Let's just do that. We'll copy all. And then inside of YouTube broadcasts, what I'm going to do is first set up my credentials. So we'll just say Google auth, whatever this is, dot credentials is equal to that-ish, kind of, not really. We'll delete access token. I'm sorry, not delete access token, but we'll delete the quotes. How about that? It's more accurate. I don't like this // but whatever, we'll accept it. Oh fuck, don't do that. Delete that. And then token type bearer. Yep. Expiry, yep, cool. And we can see when this expires actually. Like, let's see when this expires. That expires on the 26th, so it only lasts for a day. What the hell? So I'm now gonna need to figure out, let's add that to my notes. So I want to figure out if there is a way that I can like control how long a token lasts. So we'll say research spike. We'll just call it a spike. That's the same thing. Can I conditionally, or I don't know, we'll say, can I control the length of a token's expiry or something like that? All right, so now that I have the thing, these credentials, wait a minute. I think I want to do this right here, set credentials. And this is a credentials object. So what I'm doing is creating a credentials object here. And I'm using the fact that that TypeScript knows that this is a credentials object. So what I can now do is just do that right there. I think if I can actually copy the thing correctly. So we can do that. And then I can delete this. So these are my credentials, right? So now that I've done that, I should be able to make this request and not have it fail on me. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, cool. So another thing is that this response is actually, it's JSON. So there's no need of me stringifying it twice. So that's the issue that I've been running into. I'm stringifying it twice. All right, so we'll redo this. Now look at that. Oh yeah, look at that sexy data. All right. Come over here. All right. Cool. So now we now understand, or at least by we, I mean me. I now understand that I can just save this stuff in a database or in a Redis server or something like that. I'm gonna have to introduce more infrastructure. But before I do that, we're gonna commit. In fact, before I commit, I need to add a little bit thing here and just say never commit. Never commit. And we'll move that to down here as well. And this is just to remind myself until I can get this out and put it somewhere else. I don't know why that's here. Don't need this. All right. Cool. So we've added HTTP status code. So let's do that first. So we'll add HTTP status package. All right. Next thing is this author. So I needed to rename these. So this was renamed from authorized YouTube. Wait. Yeah. Wait. No. Let's start with the first one. So start YouTube auth or start YouTube auth was originally named content uploaded. So yeah. So we're gonna say I don't know, rename. I don't know, make the function do what, name the function what it does. Name function what it does. Technically this isn't the function, this is the route to what it does. All right. Next we have the authorized YouTube. That's now the complete YouTube auth. And then what I'm gonna do is literally copy, shit, I can't copy this message. Shit, I'm gonna have to type it out manually. So we'll do this as name route what it does. All right, next we have this little bit right here. So this is just update the route names as well as rename the client. So we'll just say update route name. Then we'll just say also includes rename. Fuck it, I don't care. It's just me for right now. And now this is where things get real. I don't want, what the fuck? Okay. So we're gonna do this, but I'm going to make sure I select everything that's in this never commit so that it doesn't get committed. All right. So we're going to say add or implement route to fetch broadcast. Okay. So we can push that. And this isn't necessarily going to work yet because we need to first get these credentials from somewhere, which implies that we're going to need to save these credentials into somewhere. Ideally, this would be tied to a user account, and eventually I'll get there, but I'm not going to do that right now. First, I'm just going to put it in a I'm gonna just put it in like a raw table, I guess. Let's go to Supabase. Look at that. I can build in a weekend. I don't know if I'm going to be able to build in a weekend, but hey, we'll try. We'll try and get something done. Sign in, and we'll go with my GitHub account. Maybe. Maybe. No? No? Come on. Like, what? Oh, come on now. I wonder if maybe I have an account. I don't. Oh, finally, look at that. Look at that. Finally, it finally popped up. Okay, so we're gonna do a new project under Code and Color. And this is gonna be YouTube Slackbot. Database pass, oh shit, I gotta come up with a password. God dang it. Yeah, we'll go with West. I'm gonna go with East. I'm closer to the East. We'll use one password as usual to generate a nice strong password. Make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so then we're gonna do a new item. We're not gonna do a login. We're gonna do, I know you all don't see this, but just pretend that you can. We're gonna do a new password. This is going to be YouTube Slackbot, or what is this? Supabase / YouTube Slackbot. And the username is no idea. It's probably going to be the typical database name for a new Postgres database. We're going to use a 24 character with symbols password, and let's do that. Use, save. Okay. All right. Create new project. All right, look at that. So we now have a database that we can interact with. I wonder if this has auth already built in. Let's check. Well, let's use my table thing that I actually am used to using. So we'll log into the database. So we're going to create a new connection, and this is going to be Postgres. Postgres. This is going to be YouTube Slackbot. The host is this. The port is that. The username. Oh gosh, what's the user for a new Postgres user? Does anybody know? What's the default username for Postgres? Is it root? I'm gonna just say root. I don't remember, but we'll figure it out eventually. The password is the thing that I just did. The database name should just be that, I think. Let's test that. Nope, of course not. All right, so let's go into database options. Now I'm gonna have to hide this because now it's gonna show things that you all don't need to see. So where is database? Okay. Wait, why is this not? There we are. Okay, so, oh, it's Postgres. I forgot. Okay, my gosh, that's the default user. Postgres, and then test. Yep, look at that. It's cool. So we'll save that, and we'll log into the database, and we'll open the database, which is called Postgres. And you'll note here, go away. Let's just put this at the top. You'll note here that we have all of these different schemas. So we have an auth schema, which has all of our auth tables, as well as the public schema, which has the tables that we're going to create. Nothing exists yet, right? So here's what I'm going to do. Now that I know that this is going to, oh, wait a minute. Technically, what I should do, what I should be doing is associating credentials with a user. So I should have a YouTube credentials table, and it's going to have this stuff in there. And ideally, it would be associated with a user. Now, I'm not going to do that right now because I just want to get this to work in the quickest fashion possible. So yeah, we're going to have ChatGPT create a table based off of this. And obviously I could do this myself, but if I can have ChatGPT do it, why not just have ChatGPT do it? So let's open up Arc, my little browser here, a little browser that could. Oh wait, it's already open. I forgot I hit it. So we'll put it here. And let's go to ChatGPT. I'm gonna have to delete chats. Like this is, it's starting to become, oh, never mind. Never mind. All right, so create the SQL DDL for the following JSON response. Note that this is the tokens object returned from Google APIs. So the types need to, so the types are important here. Here, okay. Then what I'll do is say, I don't know. I really wish that they had, like, they gave me the ability to do command enter to send the command instead of me having to do shift enter every time. This is really stupid in my opinion. Anyway, we're gonna do JSON, or we'll just call it the JavaScript object, or JavaScript object. Now, of course, like I said, I could create this. In fact, like I can actually show you how we can create that here. We can do new table, right? And I'm not gonna do this, but like I can actually come in here and just like type in the names of things, but then that would be me doing work, which I don't want to do, so I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, I really don't care about any of this other stuff. I just need this. So created that, updated that. Do I care? Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm just gonna take it as is, although I'm pretty sure I don't care. Also, access token shouldn't be text, should it? How much space does text take up? Is this an efficient type for data that will never be more than, I don't know, say 256 characters? Oh, it's variable length. Okay, all right, stop. I don't care anymore. I'm good. I did not know it was variable length. All right, cool. So now we have our little DDL. So I can create a new table like so. So Google tokens, Google API tokens. I would prefer it to be named that. We'll run that. Cool. So now we'll refresh, and now we have a token thing. All right, so the next piece is we need to install the, what is this thing called? The Supabase client or something like that. I don't know what it's called. So let's just figure out what it's called. Oh, I'm going to rename this. So we're going to call this the YouTube Slackbot. Yeah, that way I won't continue to lose this. All right, so now we'll go into here and see if, wait, client libraries. Is this the one that I want? Maybe. Install as a package. You can install JS. I don't know if this is the one that I want. Well, maybe it is though. Every author method is okay. You could use Supabase, yes, to interact with your posts, listen to, okay. Build, login, and user management, manage storage files. Is this the one that I use on the client, or what? Back to main menu. So we have client libraries, management API integrations. I guess. Wait a minute. This isn't clear to me, but I'm just going to assume that this is the one that I want. And here's why this is confusing to me, because I see this right here. I see the script tag. So that makes me think that this is meant to run in a browser. And that may not be true, but I'm not sure. So maybe I should go to okay, I thought maybe I can go to the GitHub repo for this, but maybe not. All right, let's go to Google for this. So we'll say Supabase node pack module. I don't know, something like that. I guess it is that. Oh, I don't. Okay, fine. This is what I was after. All right, I'm just going to try it. I see that this says npm, and I don't know. I really don't know anymore. Maybe it doesn't matter. Versus browser. Maybe that's what they mean by isomorphic, although that's not what I typically understand isomorphic to mean. This doesn't do direct public tables. All right, whatever. We're just gonna try it. Let's see. If it works, it works. All right, we're gonna adopt that mindset right now. So we'll go ahead and add whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. It is called that. Oh, I guess I could have just did this. Okay, whatever. I've done it already, so I'll just continue forth. Okay, so we'll create a new thing here. We're gonna call this Supabase. And we're just gonna copy this, I guess. Wait, what's the difference between this one up here and this one down here? Create client. Use a custom domain as a Supabase URL. Create a single. I don't know. I'm just gonna take this one. All right, so now we're gonna get our Supabase thing. TypeScript support. Okay. TypeScript not null. Wait, with TypeScript, Supabase detects things like not null. Okay, I get that. Generated types. You can use Supabase CLI to generate the types. You can also generate the types from the dashboard. Okay. Do I have the Supabase CLI installed? Yeah, I do. Perfect. Okay. I wonder, does it matter where I am? Like, where's it going to dump these types? Oh, okay. All right. It's going to dump it in a folder for me. So that's going, okay, I see what's happening. So let's go ahead and do that. So I wonder if this ABCD, oh, never mind. I was going to say, I wonder if this project ID is actually the one for my project, but that would just make my life a little bit too easy, huh? We don't want to do that. We never want to do that. So the project ID, project, get rid of that. Project ID is whatever that is, and then I'm going to have to give it a file name to go into. So we're just going to put that in quotes for now, and I want this to go inside of source, and we're going to call it database. Maybe I want this to be in a new folder called types. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do types.ts, database.types.ts. Okay, and now I get to figure out what my project ID is, which maybe that's in my URL. Yep. perfect. So we'll close that. We'll back these quotes out. Sure, yeah, go ahead and allow. All right, let's see if we get some type action in here. I'm not gonna search for that, that's too much effort. Types, look at that. Database types, we get the types. All right, we're good. Okay, so let's go here. All right, so we get the types, and using type definitions. You can supply the type definitions to see, okay, so then I'm gonna grab my types. And, okay, we're just using types. Oh, okay, so it's just using the type information. All right, we're good. I am on the same page with them. So we'll import the thing, maybe. I think that's this. Yeah, perfect. And then we're just going to say of type database. All right, cool. And I need to give it the URL, which let's go ahead and create a new thing for that. So we'll say Supabase. And we're going to have a Supabase URL. I'm not about to type that. We'll just copy and paste. And then we're going to have an anonymous key. Like so. All right, and I need to deal with that over here. So let me go ahead and open up my actual environment file and add that information. All right. So the URL is, oh fuck, I've already forgotten what it is. we'll just search for it. I'm gonna have to hide that too. I'm gonna bring that over here. So let's come into database or general, and then where's my URL? Okay, we'll dump that in here. And then we're gonna put in the anonymous key. Okay, good. Now I will move from here and we can bring this back over onto the screen. All right, so I have my thing. So instead of this, we're going to do process.env. I've already forgotten what it's called, so Supabase URL, there we are. And then we're going to do the same thing here. And I'll just copy all of that. Supabase. I'm not typing that. We're gonna copy and paste that too. I don't want to type anything. All right, now this is upset because it thinks that this can be undefined, which it can be, right? It can be. So I'm just going to do a little bit of that action. Although, and to be honest, there is a much better way of doing this. I'm just not going to do it because I don't care. But you know, if someone's watching this on stream, or I guess in a VOD, if you're curious to know that, you might want to say it as a comment, not in here, but like on the video. And if I see someone's like, oh yeah, I want to see how to do that, I will then go and do it. Otherwise, fuck that, I'm not doing that. All right, you can use the following helper types to make the TypeScript support easier. Export type JSON. Sometimes generated. Okay, I don't know if I care right now. Okay, fetch the data. All right, this is what we want to do right here. All right, so what I'm going to do is go to the complete YouTube auth, this piece, and instead of setting these tokens, I don't want to do that. Like, it doesn't make sense to do it, so we're just going to delete that. No need to do it. And instead, what I'm going to do is call my Supabase thing. So we're going to do, I guess I'm just going to straight up copy and paste this, and then I can have this automatically import. Except I need to come up with aliases soon because this is starting to annoy me. We'll do that right there. Wait, common. Yeah, there we are. Oh, wait, that should work. Oh, I'm tripping. It should have worked, but I'm dumb. now, all right, we're good. So now we have our Supabase client, and I would have expected this to fail. Yeah, I would expect this to fail like from this. That doesn't exist. Whatever. We'll do Google. I don't know what the table's called. What is this table called? Google API tokens. Okay. Google API tokens. All right. And then I don't want to select anything. I think I want to just insert. And the values, any. This feels wrong as hell. How come it's not getting my type information? What the hell? It should know what, oh, maybe I'll give it an object. Maybe, yeah, it should know. Oh, never mind. It does know. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. We're okay. So, I'm just gonna spread out tokens. What the heck? Whoa. No, we're just gonna tokens like so. No overload matches is call, overload 1 and 2, values, access token string created at string, no, undefined. Argument of type refresh token, string null on there, okay. It's not assignable to parameter of type access token string. Do I not have access to access token is in it? Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. So it's upset because technically this right here is a different type. I could deal with this in the TypeScript way of just saying, you know what, these things actually do exist, but I am going to just, I'm going to become a simp, and I'm just going to do this. All right, we'll do tokens, access token, and we'll just do that, right? So I'll just assert that they're all there, and at some other point in life, maybe I will then go back and update this. Maybe, probably not. Token type, sure. Tokens. You know what? The fact that I'm doing this just make me like, I probably am going to change this to what it should be, because I don't like this. This is stupid to me. Like having to do these right here every single time. This is just dumb. When I can use the type system to say, hey, I know that this is actually here. Whatever. Keep going. I'm over here like, man, do I even want to keep doing this? But yeah, I'm already almost there, so I may as well just go ahead and finish. We're done. That's all we need. Okay, so inserting data, that only returns to me a potential error. I don't get data. Okay, so we'll do that. All right, and now what I'm going to do is, no, there's this kind of error, but there's also an error that I would expect, I suppose. So we'll say this. We'll say if error, like so. Now the question is, do I want to return the same type of error, like a 500, or do I want to return something else? I'm going to vote for this, of just returning the same kind of error, which makes me think I should probably have a function that takes in the error message and does something with it. Anyway, so we're gonna pass out the message, I think, or I don't know, maybe. Technically, I don't want to return that here. Yeah. Technically, I don't want to return the error. So maybe I don't return a body. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't want to return a body. And instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to log. I don't have a logger right now at the moment, but you know, I'm just going to log out this error like so. Okay, so yeah, we're good. So if we do this, then we're good, and then we're going to return whatever that is. Otherwise, there's nothing else. We're good. Okay, so the next piece is to now go to my YouTube broadcast, and right here I'm setting these credentials. Now let's get the credentials, right? So we'll come into here, and I'm going to copy that same code where we had over here, not insert but fetch data. And sure, I could type this myself, but like I'm lazy. I'm not about to type that shit out. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna grab Supabase, what? I'm just going to come to here and copy the same import. I'm going to add module aliases soon. You know what? I'm going to add this to my to-do list. I think that's the only way this is going to happen. So we're going to say add module aliases. Okay. Implement function, research ways, add feature. Wait, did I not have a way to like persist? I didn't. Okay, so I need to add that persist. Persist API token details. That's what we're working on now. All right. Okay, so instead of this, that's just false. Oh, look, I do get type information. Oh, look at that. We're good. And then this select right here. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass the ID. Okay, fine. I guess I could put this as query params, but then I'm gonna have to do that whole song and dance again of passing in query params. But whatever, I don't care. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hard code the filter, like the where, whatever it is. Oh, it is just select. Or do I do it here? Oh, EQ, yeah. So we're gonna say EQ, and the column that I care about is the ID. And I'm just gonna hard code this ID for now, right? So let's grab the ID. So if we refresh this table, we don't have it yet, but we will. I need to do the offload, and then yeah, we'll be good. And I want this to be on a separate line. So we're gonna get our data and then errors, right? So we'll say if error, we'll do some things, and then we'll return. And then after here, we know that data includes the thing that we care about. So we're gonna do that OAuth token, whatever BS, that Google thing. We're gonna do Google OAuth.set credentials, and then we're gonna pass in the credentials, which is very similar to data, I think, but it's not actually data. Data is data-like, right? So, wait, what type is data? So it knows that this is, oh, I see what's happening here. I don't really want to select. I want to select just one. Is that a thing? Can I do that? Select columns, undefined. Head. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. So then I guess what I'll do is say undefined, and then I can give it an object here. Count. No. Head. No. Huh. How do I get like just distinct? Is that not a thing? Can I not do that? Or is there like a dot first? Okay. For what it's worth, I've never actually used the Supabase client directly. I normally use Prisma. So that's why I don't know what I'm doing. But that's okay, because I can probably figure it out. So let's see if we can figure it out simply. So we have filters, okay. That's not what I want. Column equal. Okay, so it looks like so far, based off of the limited searching that I'm willing to do, I'm probably gonna have to, yeah, man, fuck, I don't want to do it, but whatever, I'll just do it. So I can't just do this. I need to do something along the lines of this. So we'll say const credentials, and then that's going to come from our data. And because data, it could potentially be null, right? I'm gonna do that, and then grab the first thing, and wait a minute. No, wait, I'm confused now. Wait, what just happened? Generic string error. What the fuck? Data. Oh. Interesting. Let's just first put null here, or we're gonna do that. Now we got to figure out what's going on with this type right here. I don't think that that's right. Generic string error. Whereas this is a Postgres error. What the hell? Is it because I did this undefined? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so that changes my types apparently. All right, so here we're going to say const credentials is equal to data, like that, and then 0. Or can I not do that? What type is data? It's an array of these things. Okay. See, this is the thing that's weird to me. Like, I would expect this type right here to be whatever that is, this data, whatever. I expect it to be that. So we're going to say if there's an error or data is null. I'll do that as a separate thing. So we'll say if not data. And let's return some things here. Let's go on and let's just return. All right, I'll figure out what to return in a second. We'll return here as well. And let's see if now it gives me the correct types. I shouldn't need to do that anymore. Yes, perfect. Okay, so it does give me the correct types in this way. So what I should be able to do is pass in these credentials like so, and it should be happy. All right. So we're going to get it from whatever that is, and we're going to check to see if there's an error, and then we're going to check to see if there's no data. And only if there's data, we'll do something. Or an even easier way, I could just like wrap this. I can invert it and then put this in there, and then it'll only run that. But I don't like nesting this, so I'm just going to return. I think that's a better way. So let's go on and copy that. So this time, maybe I do want to return the error, right? Like what's going on. So this, we're just going to do error.reason or description or whatever that details, I guess, message maybe. I don't really know what details are. I don't know what it is yet, like what those are, but we're just going to return that. And the next thing, if there's no data, yeah, we'll do another thing. And then instead of this message, I will just write out a message. So, so we'll just say could not find, or no tokens API. Yeah, no token exists for ID. Yeah, let's change this for ID. With ID all right, so we're going to throw in our ID, which that's the thing that we're going to hard code. So I'm just going to throw right here const ID is equal to some string, and then we'll throw in our ID. And I'm going to call this token ID just so that it's clearer. Token ID. All right. And now we're going to throw in token ID like that. So now if there's no data, we'll just say no token exists with ID, whatever that is. And now we can delete this. We don't need that anymore. We don't, because we're never going to commit it. All right. So yeah, we'll grab the credentials, we'll set the credentials or whatever that is, and then we'll do the thing. Now, before I can do any of this, I first need to get some things in place. What's going on here? Content uploaded. Okay. So let's start the server back up. Wait, why did it attach to? Let's just stop that. Okay. Oh, it did it twice again. All right, I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to accept it. Okay, so let's go through the auth flow, and we'll verify that things are working as expected. So where is Paul? Here we are. So we're going to authenticate. All right. Oh shit, I did it again. Copy the link. Open with, how about the, yeah, let's do that. Open with, here, YouTube. Okay, so it worked. So now if I go into here and I refresh, I should see the thing, ID 1. Oh my gosh, okay. So now what I need to do is go to here. I wonder if this ID is a string. What is this ID? Is it a big int? Let's go to structure. Oh, it's an int4. Wait, why is it an int4? Int4. I don't know. I don't care. We'll cross that bridge another day. So this is going to just be 1. This is a number. Now that I know. All right. So we'll save this. And now, if I come back and run, where's Paul? If I run this right here, it should just work now. Look at that. So yeah, it's working now. So what did I just do? What just happened? Right? I know it seems like it's the same as before, but it's somewhat not. So now what's happening is when I get these credentials, I store it in a database. The database that I'm using for this is a Postgres database hosted by Supabase. And I'm using the client to do that. And let me go back to here. So I'm doing that here where I'm storing, where is it at? Yeah, here. I'm storing that in the database. And I'm now retrieving it here. Now here's the thing. Like I am going to need to eventually add some logic that's going to have to check whether or not the token is expired. And if it is, I need to refresh the token using the refresh token that's stored in the database. But I'm not going to do that. I think I'm at 2 hours now on the dot. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it. We've done work. Things have happened. And yeah, hopefully you learn something. I don't know. So that's going to be it for today. Well, actually, no, that's not it yet. Let's do some committing. That's always a good thing to do. So first things first is we added whatever this is, Supabase. So we're going to say add Supabase. Next, we're going to generate types. Generate types for database table or for Supabase. I don't know, for new table. For table in Supabase. All right, and now we can initialize our client. So we'll say create Supabase client. And here, I think, I want to save credentials. Is that what's happening? Yeah. So save credentials, API or token, yeah, token credentials. We'll call it API credentials. YouTube API credits and database DB. And then this is going to be retrieve YouTube API credits from DB. All right, cool. Now we're done. So if you've made it this far and you learned something and you enjoyed this, I would appreciate a subscription on YouTube or a follow on Twitch. Also a thumbs up, that really does help. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to work on this. It sounds like I'm going to be having a conversation with people. So if you're interested in that, just be on the lookout tomorrow. I don't have a time in mind, so it's going to be as it usually is. So yeah, that's it. That's, I don't know, whatever we were doing. That's getting our authenticated request and now storing this information in a database. Moving forward, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to figure out some way to say which access token do I want to use. And this is why I was like, oh, maybe I should go ahead and create this, like create a relation to the auth table, right? So like I can have a sense of ownership. And in this way, as you've noticed when I was on the YouTube OAuth login page, it showed 3 different YouTube channels, and that's because I have 3 different YouTube channels. I imagine other people have more than one YouTube channel as well. It would be nice to be able to, you know, get the broadcast for each of those channels. And it would also be nice if it's not just me, right? So if I have other people within my Slack, maybe they want to be able to watch their YouTube channel and take advantage of all this work that I'm doing. I would need user accounts so that, you know, when they do the Slack command, I can say, all right, well, I know who you are now. Let me go and fetch all of your API tokens, and then I can make these requests on your behalf and send you this information or do whatever other crap that I need to do. So I am going to need to update the YouTube broadcast route to accept some data, and I can either pass that as query params. Maybe I can pass it in the body too, but I don't know if you could do that, but I would probably just pass it as query params, to be honest. But yeah, that's it. So if you enjoyed today's stream, you know, like I said, follow, like, subscribe, all of the above. Peace.